welcome to What's Your Story? I'm your host, Dr. Lisa Schuster, standing here at the Evanston Art Center, located at Sheridan Road where Central Street meets. And this place has a lot of things to offer, so please join me as we find out more about this multifaceted visual arts center. I'm standing here in one of the galleries of the Evanston Art Center with the president of the board, Harold Bauer. So tell us, how did you actually get involved with the Evanston Art Center?
I basically retired from a long career as a musician, as a conductor and stage director in opera, with the primary purpose of wanting to devote more time to painting, which has always been sort of a passion of mine. So I started taking classes here, and before I knew it, I was on the board, and before I knew it, I was president of the board. So it's been quite an involvement here.
Have there been any changes from when you were a student here to now that you're on the board?
I would say yes. We have a development director who's really been dynamite. We have a wonderful director of education. These are new staff people. And there's a student gallery now, so the students who study here have opportunities to exhibit. So I think it's a new atmosphere now, and I'm very excited about what's happening.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I'm here with the executive director of the Evanston Art Center, Alan Leader. And can you tell us the history of the Art Center? It wasn't always in this building, so what was before?
The original Evanston Art Center was two small rooms in the basement of the Evanston Library, and it very quickly outgrew its space. Then circumstances occurred in which the present building, which is the nationally recognized landmark building of the known as the Harley Clark Mansion, which was the home of a utility baron in the early 20s, was sold to Sigma Chi fraternity in the 50s, became the national headquarters there, and then the city of Evanston in 1963 purchased the building to become an expanded part of their park district. And the Evanston Art Center moved into its present headquarters in 1966, and soon overflow classes began to move to the Noyes Cultural Arts Center, where they continue today in a number of our departments.
Thank you so much for taking the time to give us the history of the Evanston Art Center.
My great pleasure. It's an honor. Thank you.
I'm sitting in the library here with the Director of Development and Communications, Paula Adana, and a person can also become a member. So what are the perks of being a member here?
The perks of being a member are that you get to come and be here. No, the perks are that you also get to take part. We have a program called Art After 5, which is we have 4 or 5 a year depending on the schedule, and those allow you to go to people's private collections. They're either in their home or perhaps if they have a small museum. We just went to one recently up in Lake Forest, and we've had them in the city. We've had them, actually there was a home in New Buffalo, Michigan that opened up to our group, and so that's a perk of one of the benefits. Your membership here as part of the Art Center actually also helps to promote and pay for many of the things that are not covered in the costs of the school, such as the exhibitions, such as the outreach programs. We rely, of course, on the generosity of all of our donors, and one way in doing that is having people become part of, joining and then feeling a part of the organization and wanting to make it even more special than it is. So that's main reasons for being a member. It's that you're taking part in something that's part of your community. I just hope that people will realize that this is kind of a resource in Evanston. Of course, if they would be interested in joining, we're always looking to expand our membership. We would appreciate anyone that has any interest like that. If they stop in, I'm happy to speak with them, or they can just go to our website. All that information is on the website. So anyway, we just appreciate you coming, and appreciate everyone that comes and enjoys the Art Center.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you.
I'm here in the office of Judith Fenton, who is the Director of Education. And can you tell me about the classes that you have here?
Okay, we have every variety of media that you can think of here, as well as we have a second campus at the Noyes Cultural Arts Center. The classes that we have here include, in the basement, we have black and white photography. We have a full development studio. We have digital photography, and we have ceramics, and we have 3 different fire methods inside the building. We have a soda kiln, we have gas kiln, we have computerized kiln, and we do raku firing outside in the raku pit, and that involves open air fire. So you get an ashy texture with the raku. And then in the rest of our buildings, in the rest of the rooms in the building, we have acrylic painting, oil painting. We use the model. We use costume models. We use do nude figure modeling. We have drawing in every medium: graphite, pen and ink. We have chalk pastel. We have oil pastel, and we have various craft. And currently, Wednesday is our busiest day. We have several workshops going on. We have a still life workshop called Not Your Typical Still Life, and we have a bookbinding workshop, 5 books in 5 weeks. We do fabric, silk painting, not today, but on a workshop basis. We have needle felting, which is coming up, and we have children's classes in every medium.
Also do have metal. Could you talk about the metal work that you have here?
We have a fabulous metal workshop, and it's in a beautiful side addition to the building. It was a former greenhouse, and you can still see. It's all windows. It gets very warm in there, and they do metal welding, metal sculpture. I believe we have a ceramics class going too. If you want to visit down there, it's got a little gallery thing going on where people will leave their best work behind, or if we've had a workshop, the teacher will leave that piece behind, so you'll see some unique pieces down there. But the school's just a phenomenal arrangement. An art center, I don't know if it's unique to the Midwest. I know there's a few here and there, but there are only a handful in the Chicago area, and it brings a world-class university kind of education into the community, as well as opens it up to people who aren't able to travel. If you can't get to the Art Institute, you can still see world-class art here in our exhibits, and I think our students are, they may be called students, but many of them are up there as professionals if you look at the exhibit, and it just combines that sense of community, of professionalism, of passion, education, and you just can't get that anywhere else but in an art center, a community art center like Evanston.
Well, that was our show for today here at the Evanston Art Center. So many wonderful things that they have going on. You can come and just stop by right here on Sheridan Road at Central Street, or you can take a class or bring your child in for a class. So remember, always go for your passion, always go for your dreams. I'm your host, Dr. Lisa Schuster, for What's Your Story?